throughout the rest of the game?
I mean, we're really breaking it down with this group right now the last couple of weeks where, I mean, we've always kind of talked about rounds in between medias, 4-minute segments. Let's play them because that's what's been a struggle for us is one run over 4 minutes puts us behind and then we can't get back. And we broke that down even more possession by possession. So we were really talking about having that enthusiasm, being the aggressors on your home court and trying to build off of Saturday's win. So that the start was huge for us coming out and making a couple shots and getting a couple stops.
Throughout the first half, you were able to do a lot of the kinds of things that make you successful. You're getting points in the paint, you're getting points on turnovers, everything you need in order to be successful.
Yeah, we took care of the basketball, which has been a huge emphasis for us lately. The ball was popping a little bit. It was moving, which that's a Michigan Tech basketball staple, and that's something we're starting to get to. And with a lot of young guys, guys come out of high school and they're used to dribbling and doing it, and we're trying to get basketball the way where the ball is popping, doesn't have to touch the floor very often unless there's an obvious advantage. And it was nice to see. We didn't shoot the lights out from three, and we were still finding offense. We had some balance. We had 4 guys in double figures. Those are things that we need to get to consistently.
How hard is that with this group, given the fact that it is such a young group?
It's, I mean, it's been a battle all year. I mean, there's times we look great, and then there's times it looks like we haven't played. But they've worked all year, and by no stretch are we necessarily over the hump, but we're getting better. I mean, you put this game up against a month ago when we played Wayne State, you're going to see progress. They're seeing the progress themselves when we go back. Now that we're in round 2 of everybody in the league, we tend to watch games that we've already played against them with the guys a little bit, and they're seeing the improvement, and I think that's helping with the confidence as well.
They pushed hard in the second half on you. How important was it to bend but not break?
I mean, we were talking about it every time, and some of that is we don't have the automatic offense right now. We don't have the player of the year All-American right now that you throw it into that's going to go make something happen to stop their run. So we're really focusing on the other things, making them work defensively, and then we're on defense, giving up nothing easy and making sure we limit them to one shot. Just kind of grinding that way as a team instead of breaking it with individual stuff.
Dan is starting to realize he doesn't have to push everything to the basket. He can take shots from outside. How nice is it to see him kind of start to grow as a guard right now?
Yeah, I mean, he's come a long way as a passer, and that's one thing we keep emphasizing with him is if you're in the point guard role, I mean, he's been a scorer his whole life. You get other people involved, that's going to open up things for you. And there's going to be times when they lock on to everybody else, and that's when you got to make something happen. And just learning the game, IQ-wise. And he's got a lot to learn. I mean, he's still learning how hard it is to defend on every single possession. I mean, you could see we were on him for some of that stuff down the stretch, and in that bend don't break part of the game, some of those freshmen were having a little bit of a relax. They might have been tired, and those are the spots we need to grow and keep getting better.
And you get a kid like Marcus that can pick up some of that slack when you need him to. Talk about how nice it is to have him as well, being able to start to really chip in and be more consistent for you.
Marcus is just a pure scorer. We haven't seen him in a game yet just go crazy like we know he can. In practice, he's consistently a very good scorer, which is why we're trying to get him a lot of looks. And one of these days he's going to get hot, real hot. And I know he had a great, efficient night shooting, but one of these nights he's really going to get it going. He's got that kind of ability on the offensive end. And I like the way he's guarding. I mean, he had a couple lapses where he got beat to the basket on some guys, but for a stretch there, he did a really nice job on Marshall.
Talk about how important it is to get offense off of turnovers with this group, because with it being so young, getting able to push that offense can be such a huge advantage, can it?
Yeah, and it's not necessarily completely off of turnovers. It's just when we get a little bit of pace and get into our stuff, and that doesn't mean take the first available shot, but when we get up the court and we're getting into some actions and putting pressure on the defense from the start of the shot clock, that's when we're getting pretty good looks and getting some pretty good things offensively. So we're doing pace without just running and gunning is what we're trying to teach.
Talk about how important it is to come home and get a win, with a couple more games at home yet this year. So how important is it to get this one and start building from it?
I mean, everyone's huge for us right now. I mean, we're only guaranteed 6 more. We talk about it. Any goal that we've had. I mean, I think this team realized that we weren't a championship team. We weren't an at-large team. As long as we get in that tournament, we have a chance. And I mean, we're not in there yet, but if we can keep pulling a couple of these out, I mean, the 8 seeds won, I think, the last 3 times this year. So our goal is just to get in that, and every game is vital to that. And in the bigger picture, we just need to keep getting better. We haven't talked a ton about winning and losing. We've been talking possessions, 4-minute games, halves. Get there, and if we keep doing that, good things will happen.